morning, thank you for joining me. Oh, I had a bit of a froggy throat then. Good morning, thank you for joining me. I hope everybody's well. Today we have something a little bit different. Several of you have asked me in the last 6 months or so, since I have lost weight and my body shape has changed, whether I would use the services of a personal stylist. And honestly, it was something that I hadn't particularly thought about. So when I saw recently Karen Geordie Grandma, I'll pop a link to her video below, did a video on Lookiero, which is an online personal stylist. I thought that might be something people are interested in looking at, and also something that I was curious about how it worked and whether it was as good as a real personal styling experience, which I might have coming up. Wait, watch this space and see. So I thought I would give it a go. So I have this box here, which arrived yesterday from Lookiero. Thumbnail right there. So let me tell you a little bit about what they do to start with. So it's basically a online personal styling thing. You go onto the website and you fill in a fairly lengthy questionnaire about your size, your shape, your hair colour, your eye colour, all of that stuff and much more. And also about your fashion likes and dislikes. They ask you to choose whether you like certain garments or don't like them, with a yes or no. They flash up pictures at you. And they also ask you, if you are comfortable with doing so, to upload some pictures of yourself enclosed you like. So I filled all that in. So then you get an email with, these are some of the items we've picked for you for your box. Do you like them or not? And you can decide for those whether or not you like them. Now I have to say that the ones they sent me the email of, I was no. There was one item, I think, or possibly two, that I said were okay, and even those weren't my favourites, I've got to be honest, but I didn't like to say no to everything. Anyway, they then send you presumably the ones you've said that are okay or you like, and some others. I think there are 5 items in the box. I think I'm right in saying, I don't know yet for definite because I haven't opened it. I did specify that I didn't want any jeans. I am very stuck at the moment on my Halara jeans, and I genuinely can't imagine myself ever wearing any other jeans because the Halara ones are so comfortable. Just to add as well, this video is not in any way sponsored. I have bought this and purchased it with my own money. They don't know that I'm making a video about it, so I am just recounting this experience as a regular paying customer. Talking of paying, how much does it cost? It is a subscription service, I think. However, you can unsubscribe at any time, and it costs you £10 for each box you receive. That's sort of the service fee, if you like. If you then decide to keep anything out of your box, you pay for that separately. However, you are not obliged to keep anything. You can send it all back. Presumably we find out the cost of that once I open the box, of how much the items cost and whether or not I like them, obviously, as well. You can also choose how often you receive a box, and I have gone for once every 3 months. I thought that was a reasonable thing, and I felt like the £10 charge was very reasonable to receive a box. Presumably the returns are free as well, I'm guessing. I don't know. I'll let you know that later in the video. And for it to be curated specifically for you. Now, the cynic in me does sort of say, is this just brand end of lines that they're trying to make a profit on and they're just sending me any old crap? We shall see, I guess. We shall see. As I said, I was inspired by Karen Geordie Grandma, who did a video on this recently, and I asked her if she would mind if I did one as well, and she said no, absolutely not. So I'll pop her, do go and have a look at her video because that was really interesting as well. I'll pop the link in down below. Right, without further ado, let's get into this box. Well, that's a very satisfying bit of ASMR, isn't it? This is what it looks like inside. We've got some tissue paper. And we have, okay, little letter here to start with. Hi Caroline, welcome to Lookiero. My name is Martina and I'll be your personal stylist. Okay, I hope you're going to love your first Lookiero. Let me know what you think in your checkout. To start, pair the pistachio top by Christie with the, all right, tells you about the items and what you should put them with, and enjoy your first box, and please do let me know what you thought of these items. Your personal stylist, Martina. Should add as well, when you receive your box, you have 5 days to decide. They send you an email once you've got it, and you have 5 days to click on the email and decide what you want to keep and what you want to send back. Right, okay, then I've got another one here that says Caroline, clothes selected for you. Okay, so we've got a bag, a t-shirt, a top, some wide leg pants and a shirt dress. That all sounds quite nice. That's a good selection of items. Prices are here as well, so I can show you those as I go through them. And it's also sent me this, which is ideas for how to wear the things, how to style them, I guess. So that's quite useful as well. Right, let's see what they have sent me. Okay, first item in here is a bag, and this is making me laugh because this bag was one of the things that I clicked when they sent me the email through, one of the few things that I thought were really nice. I didn't realise it was this size. I thought it was a proper bag, handbag size. That is very, very small, isn't it? It does feel lovely quality. It looks as though it's leather as well. And it has a, oh, that's a bit twisted up, handle. Right, okay, so adjustable strap. I could just about wear it cross-body, I guess, although it's a little bit short for that. It does feel nice quality. The hardware feels nice, the leather feels nice, the strap's a bit bent up. How much is it now? It's £50. £50, 39 pence. It's not a bag I'm going to be paying £50 for. Had it been bigger and proper handbag size, I might well have done so. It has quite a nice magnetic closure there. And as I say, it does feel nice quality, but a bag that size, if it was an evening bag, again, that size would be all right. And also I don't like the way that the strap is really bent. I'm sure it would unbend if you hung it for a while, but for a £50 bag, I don't really want a bit of leather curling up like that. So that's a bit of a shame. So that one, I think we'll be going back. I suppose that's the hang on, let me go and deal with that. Right, so item number 1 is a fail. Let's move on. Item number 2 is a t-shirt. Okay, this is by the brand Emma and Ella Paris. Never heard of that. It's an XXXL, which is a UK 18. XXXL 18. Okay. It's sort of a boxy fit. It's cream. It's quite nice. It feels, again, nice quality. It's got a little heart motif there. I will obviously try all these bits on shortly and show you what they're like on. This has a little mark on it. I don't know how well you can see that, but it does have a little mark on it. Is that another one? No, that's just bits of stuff, but it definitely does have a mark on it there. I don't know how well you can see that because it is quite faint, but it's a mark nonetheless. But I quite like the shape of it. It's boxy, it feels quite nice. Is it cotton? Shall we see if it's cotton? It is 100% cotton. Emma and Ella Heart Graphic T-shirt, £25.19. Well, that's a reasonable price, I guess, for a cotton, quite nice feeling t-shirt, so the price isn't out of the way on that. Right, next, I'm very attracted to the colour of this. I like this colour. This is another top, and I like this. I do like this. Right, it's a little green top with a ruffle sleeve. I've got a white one that I bought earlier this year with this sort of ruffle, not quite a sleeve, but a ruffle thingamajig. The whole of the sleeve looks like it goes down a bit low, but it feels nice fabric. I think it's probably viscose, I would say, but it feels quite nice quality viscose and polyamide. and it's by a brand called Christie. Again, I've never heard of a brand called Christie. I like the colour, I like the style, I like the V-neck. So that one is a possibility. That again is £25.19, which seems an okay price for a top. Right, what have we got next? Okay, we have got some green wide leg trousers. These feel like linen, elasticated waist. These are from a brand called Genji, which I feel like I've seen that brand in, I don't know, just round and about. Is it? I don't want to do it a disservice, but I feel like, is it a sort of market store made in Italy type brand? Possibly. These are in a UK 20, and I'm pretty sure I said I was an 18 on the bottom, so that's really not ideal. But never mind, I need to double check that. They're 100% viscose, but they're sort of linen feel. They have got pockets, I think. I'm not massively struck on the print. The print is okay. I think I said that I didn't want any florals. I'm not big on floral prints at the moment, and I think I did say no florals. So that's okay. That's not quite a floral, but potentially the wrong size, so that's a little bit disappointing. But we'll try them on. Anyway, the cost of those is £40.46. That feels quite expensive for viscose trousers, I have to say, but never mind. Right, next, the final item is this, which is again from the brand Genji. This is in a 20, which is going to be too big again. I'm sure I put my size down as an 18, you know. I need to double check that. But this is a shirt dress anyway. It's got like a palm print on it, which I don't hate. It's got a belt around it. It's sort of midi length or knee length. It feels a little bit frumpy, that one. Just the style, immediately looking at it, I feel like it looks a little bit on the frumpy side. And again, I feel like it's going to be too big because it's a 20. But never mind, we will try them on. Price-wise, that one is, I'm guessing that's viscose as well. Just let me double check. Yeah, it's 100% viscose, that one. And that is £53.96, which again seems quite a lot for a viscose dress. But I guess I'm used to Shein type prices. I mean, it's all made in China, I don't doubt. Right, I'm going to double check on their website what size I put in that I was, because if they're sending me the wrong size, that is not a good start, is it? But yeah, I'll come back to you and then we are going to try those on. Okay, first things first, I did indeed tell them I was a size 18, not a size 20, so they sent me 2 pieces of clothing that were the wrong size, which obviously is less than ideal. Although my understanding is you can exchange things free of charge for a different size if you want to. So it's not the end of the world, obviously. All right, first of all, I have this t-shirt on. It does have a little, it's a tiny mark, but it's a mark nonetheless up there. Now this, I'm not really somebody who's going to wear a little heart t-shirt. It's not really my style of t-shirt. I mean, the t-shirt is pretty plain, isn't it? But I don't particularly like the floral heart motif. I think that's a little bit twee. It's a little bit Kath Kidston-y, which is really not my vibe at all. As far as fit goes, it fits pretty well. It feels really nice quality. It's got a round neck rather than a V. I do prefer a V, but it's quite a nice drop on the round neck, so that's okay. Yeah, fit-wise it's fine, but it's not something that I would wear, I don't think, with this little motif on it. So unfortunately that one will be going back. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised by this outfit, if I'm honest. I like the trousers more than I thought I was going to. I do think they're a size too big. There's a lot of fabric up in this area. They're fine on the waist, but I think a size down would work better. They've got nice pockets. They feel very linen-y and cool, which is great. And I do actually like the print. It's definitely not a floral print, so I'm good with that. The top, again, I like it. It fits really nicely. This one is an 18, I think, and I feel like it fits really nicely. I do like this little ruffle sleeve. I think it balances out when you've got a bit of bulk around your middle, like I have. Having these little ruffles on the sleeve do sort of balance out your middle a little bit, I feel. It's a little bit creased, could do with the steam, obviously. Forgive me for not having done that. But yeah, I feel like this is a nicely put together outfit. But yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised by this. I like it much better on than I thought I was going to. And although I'm not going to keep the trousers because they are a little bit on the big side, and I feel like by the time I've lost a bit more weight, they will be too big. And there's not that much of this summer left, is there, to get them worn, so it probably wouldn't be till next summer. I might keep the top. I'm going to try the top with a couple of other things and see how I feel about it, but the top a definite possibility. Not loving this one quite so much. I don't feel nice in it. I feel frumpy in this, and I don't know why. I like a palm print. I like green. I think the length isn't the best on me. I think it's that sort of just below the knee length can look, I don't know, I feel like it needs to be midi or shorter, sort of on the knee or midi is better. I think this length doesn't do an awful lot for me. My other issue with it is that I don't think it looks like a £50 dress. I mean, I'm aware that £50 isn't an awful lot to spend on a dress these days, depending on where you shop, but I'm not really, if I spend £50 on a dress, I want it to look like I've spent £50 on a dress, and it doesn't feel particularly nicely made. It feels okay, it's viscose. I mean, I can get a serviceable dress from Shein that is much the same as this for £12 or £15, you know. So yeah, this one, the style is not me. I feel frumpy in it, so I'm afraid this one is a fail. But I just thought this was worth documenting. I've just taken the belt off to take the dress off, and I caught sight of myself in the mirror. I thought, God, it looks a lot better without, I feel like it looks a lot better without the belt. I realise it's a bit sack shapey, but it feels less frumpy without the belt to me. You're probably all going to be shouting at me, no, it looks so much better with the belt. But as I always say, it's about what we feel like and what we wear, isn't it? Not how other people perceive it. But yeah, it feels to me better and less frumpy without the belt round the middle. Also, it makes it just that little bit longer, so the length doesn't feel as though it's quite as much of an issue. Anyway, just thought I'm still not going to keep it because I don't like it enough, and I don't think it's great value for money, but yeah, just thought that was worth showing you. Okay, so I thought that was a really interesting experience. Sorry, I'm not in the middle, am I? That's better. I have decided, I've just been through the returns process online with the checkout process, where you click on what you're going to keep and what you're going to return, and it asks you some reasons why you're returning, if something's too big, too small, you didn't like it, what you didn't like about it. And I found that quite useful because I feel like that's informing your personal stylist, you know, what you did like about things and what you didn't. So hopefully my next box will be more curated to me. Now, I did decide to keep the green top when I realised that if you keep anything at all, it deducts your monthly or your £10 service charge that you pay from this. So effectively this cost me £15 to keep it, which I thought was a reasonable price for this. So yeah, happy with that. I love the colour of this as well. I think it's really nice. And I remembered that I have a pair of shoes that will match that perfectly. So yay for that. The rest of it I am returning, as I said. If you want to try it, I have a referral code whereby you get £10 discount. So effectively you get your first box for free because you don't pay the £10 service charge. So I'll leave that down in the description box if you're interested in trying Lookiero. What else to say? I'm going to definitely do it again. I'm going to get my next box, which is due at the end of October, and let me know if you'd like me to make another video about that. I'm always really bad at saying this in videos, but if you have enjoyed, it would be so useful if you could just click the little thumbs up button underneath this video screen. And also, if you're not subscribed, it's completely free to subscribe. Just click the subscribe button and ring the little bell down below this screen. Again, that is really useful to me to help get my videos out there to more people so I can continue to make videos. Right, hope this was interesting. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I will endeavour to answer them. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.